Good afternoon. It is Sunday afternoon and it is currently 104 degrees, which is like crazy record-breaking heat for this area. And it's supposed to be even hotter tomorrow, which is not good. But we got a call from some people who are stranded out in Brothers, Oregon, which is about an hour out into the desert. They ran out of fuel, and in Brothers, Oregon, there is absolutely no services of any kind, so they're sitting at a rest stop, I think. So we are heading out there to bring them some fuel, and hopefully that's all they need to get running again and get their AC fired back up. I threw in some cold waters because if they don't have any, they're going to need them by the time I get there. And if they do have some, I'm going to need them sooner or later anyway. So we are heading out there. We got about an hour drive, and let's go see if we can get these people out of the desert. Okay, we're dropping down off the plateau. We're going to go down to the highway, which is right down there in the bottom, and then head off to the east over here and head out to Brothers, which is, yeah, I guess used to be a town or might have been at some point, but now it's nothing but a rest area and a highway maintenance yard. And the guy did confirm that he is at the rest area, so hopefully there's some vending machines and stuff like that at that rest area. I can't remember if they do or not, but probably another 35-40 minutes from here. So this sign right here, Bend is 30 miles that way, Burns is 100 miles that way, and there's pretty much nothing in between the two of them except this rest area. And then during the day, the town of Riley, which is one store and a post office, and they shut down at 8 o'clock. So after that, it's a 130-mile stretch between gas stations. But even during the day when that Riley store is open and has gas, it's only 30 miles from Burns, so you still have a 100-mile stretch between gas stations. And in that 100-mile stretch is a whole lot of nothing. So as you can probably guess, I do fuel deliveries out this way a whole lot since I live out on this desert side of town. I'm the closest one to out here as far as tow companies. And most of the fuel deliveries are at night because that one store closes at 8 o'clock, and then it's an even bigger stretch of no gas for anyone. So I end up out here a lot in the middle of the night bringing people fuel. Well, that's it, and we're out of here. It fired right up, no problem. We always wait to make sure they start. That's it right there. And they did the smart thing, and they saw that they were running out of fuel and weren't going to make it to town, so they pulled into the rest area and let it sit and idle with the AC on while they waited. So they were only out of the AC for about 15 minutes before it finally died. Or after it died, to the time I got here, they only had AC for about 15 minutes. So that's not too bad. And by pulling into the rest area and having it die here, there's people around, there's somewhat of help if they really needed it. So that was a smart move on their part, but that is it for our part. So now we're turned around and an hour back through the desert back home. Now if you look way at the end of that straight stretch down there, you can see the Cascade Mountains out there on the horizon. And the town of Bend is right at the bottom of them, over there, and we are heading over there to get back home. And then the only thing I got to remember to do when we get back is switch out that gas can for another full one. I have quite a bit of gas and diesel at home since I'm nowhere near a gas station myself. That way, well, and I'm down to half a tank of diesel too. But I got to remember to switch it out when I get back home with a full one that I have ready to go. That way I'm good for the next call, and I will probably fuel the truck back up out of my own fuel cans when I get back there too. That way if I have to come back out this way, I can. So heading back home, and I see this truck on the side of the road with the fuel door open. Sure enough, they're out of fuel. And I have 5 gallons of diesel and 5 gallons of gas in the back of this truck, and luckily this one's diesel and that one was gas, so I still have my 5 gallons of diesel, so we will fill them up. How long have you been waiting here?
For like 10 minutes.
Oh, that's not too bad. Did it run out?
No.
Okay, so it'll fire right back up easy.
Oh, yeah.
Good. The last people did the same thing. They pulled into the rest. They're like, we're not going to make it. So they pulled in the rest area. That way they could sit with it idling with the AC for as long as they could.
Yeah, exactly.
And not be broke down on the shoulder. And you're heading into Bend?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not that far out.
Fuel up in there. It was like 20 miles or something like that?
About that from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be fine on this. You'll run right into the Shell station as you head in. This will take you right into it. Where are you coming from?
Idaho, actually. Idaho Falls.
So are the last people that I just gave fuel
No
to.
way.
Yeah, what is with you Idaho people and not getting fuel?
Yeah, I should have grabbed some birds.
Okay, theirs fired right back up too and headed out of here. They were also smart enough to shut it off before it died sitting on the highway, so it makes it easy to fire right back up. And off they go. So they're heading back into town. We're gonna take this road here, which cuts out through the desert back to my house, and we'll head back towards home. Maybe head back home. Just getting ready to pull off, and I looked in my mirror and saw, turn this camera around, there it goes, and just saw this. I wonder if that semi's broke down, needs some help. Maybe we should go see. Oh, closing the hood. We'll hold off here for a minute and see if he fires back up and gets going again. If not, we'll go see if he needs a hand. Okay, he's taking off, so he's good. And then I changed my mind. We're not going to go back home. We are going to head out to town instead and refill my truck and these gas cans, since now everything's empty. And then we'll head home. So instead of heading 15 minutes out that way to go home, we're gonna head 30 minutes this way to get back to town. Refill and then go home if nothing else pops up. Okay, we made it back into town. That's the gas station right there, and both the people that I just filled up are sitting there. Right there is the Dodge that I put the diesel in, and just over here through the trees, kind of hard to see, is the Jeep that I put the gas in. So good thing is that means both of them made it. Okay, get everything filled back up and head home. Okay, got everything topped off, filled back up, so now we head home again. And we'll see if the phone rings any more times before we get there. And just like that, we're back home. Made a little money for the day, did our good deed for the day, got the fuel cans filled back up so I don't have to worry about switching those out. It is about 5 o'clock in the afternoon and still 105 degrees. So we're gonna go in the house, sit down in the air conditioning for the rest of the day, and call that it. I always wondered if I could make a video out of a fuel delivery, and I just did. So that is it for this one, and we will see you guys next time.